Okay, remember when you were on set, your creature was chasing Danny. The guy's running, there's nothing happening, okay? Then that goes to the tracking department and they build it a virtual geometry of the whole shot. That's what we use to know where everything is and what the distances are between the man and all the other objects. And then we do a block of this, which is, in our case, always bright green. And this is to show just the speed, the size of the creature, roughly. Having done that, we go to animation. This is called a rig. This is basically a skeleton that you use, you know. See, that's the whole setup. See, every little pincer, even in the face, has its own controller. See there. So it's all going like this, horrible. This is the actual finished shot. See, this is the grey version. This is how we hand it over to the next department.
So listen, I'm in France last weekend, and there's an insect which looks like a hummingbird, right? And I'm going, it's a hummingbird, and everyone's going, shut up.
Hummingbird hawk moth.
A what?
Hummingbird hawk moth.
A hummingbird hawk moth.
Did it have a really long tongue?
Really long thing, and did the whole hummingbird thing, but looked like a big bee.
Yeah. Hummingbird hawk moth.
Hummingbird hawk moth.
I wouldn't know.
Sweet, man. I've got all my insect questions answered like that.
Yeah.
We've been rowing about this for months.
We've built the creature, we've animated the creature, and now we have to light it in such a way that it looks as if it really is in the background that we put it in. Okay. So here's our light rig. We turn that on, and you can see it's like a sort of spotlight. Part of my job is to create materials that we stick to the insect. Depending on where we're pointing lights, it looks a certain way. We're talking about something like this. So it's just got a simple still backdrop, which would be typical of the episode that it's in. And then you can see where we've added some of the sort of more detailed features in the creature. Also, I'll just show you the hair, because that kind of spiky hair that you put on him, we add that on in the same way that we'd add fur to a bear or to a lion or something like that. We use exactly the same system. So you can see him here. He's a simplified version. He hasn't even got his eyes here. We have a guy called they call them groomers, and they come along with these like a virtual comb, and they adjust the length and the direction of all the hair to get back to that render. So you can see that's the close up. You can see it's there in the render. So that's how we got to that bit there.
Your creature, the insect, actually we could already, almost immediately, you could see how that would work in a story, because the creatures have to have a function that is going to work in dramatic terms.
I thought maybe they'd just have it in like one shot, but they've just gone all out and done an episode all about it, which is brilliant.
The next episode, we're in sort of future world, and there are the major guest dinosaur, the guest monster, but there's also other little bits. So I thought there's a bit where we're in a crevasse, and I thought maybe your thing would be down there, you know, it'd be a fleeting glance and then we'd be off. But it's like
full on.
It couldn't be more. It's got more lines than I have.
And does them better.
You couldn't design me a new coaster. That'd be good.
One of the major things that's happened with the show, and probably with your creature as well, is that there's been a more concentrated effort on the relationship between the creature and the actual people. And I think that's been fantastic. Your creature in your show is particularly interesting to us because of its relationship with people. So we're really enjoying it.
The stinger has evolved into an ovipositor.
Well, that's a relief, isn't it?
It uses it to lay eggs inside a host. Human beings would do very nicely.
That's rank.
Nasty.
See this here?
Oh yeah, I think that,
Okay,
someone
so
from Frame Store showed.
that's what I received from Frame Store. So that's a development of yours, if you know what I mean. Because this only came up with the idea possibly only about 4 weeks ago that something was going to smash on the windscreen of a car, and then there'd be pieces of it. To produce an arm like that one in specifically, that's what I recreated. But normally we don't do that sort of thing. We send it out to prosthetics people, or we send it out to a model maker, but because we're just so damn happy to do anything, we just went ahead and made it, which is great. And that's what the ability is here, to be able to play with stuff like that. Yeah. So yeah, you did a great job, beautiful job, excellent. I hope you're really happy with the end result.
So compositing is where all of the finished bits, so your 3D creature and any elements that were shot on set come into compositing, and the finished picture is produced. Out of lighting comes this, what we call a beauty render. But actually that has lots of component parts, which gives the compositor the ability to brighten stuff up and lighten stuff down. The thing that I'm going to show you is how basically we get that lit and rendered creature into a finished shot. Here is your creature, but just the painted texture that Darren would have painted stuck onto the creature. That's your creature with your lighting on, and then right at the end down here, he's stuck over the background. The CG render gets 80% there, and then the compositor gives that extra 20% that kind of hopefully makes the creature look real. And so we've got about 12 people compositing the show, working on 2 shows at the same time. The excitement of doing it is you're delivering the finished thing.
I'm really glad I entered the competition. I never expected to win it, but obviously they liked my design, and Adrian was saying that since they first saw it, they knew that it was something that they would want in their programme, and they had never really had an insect creature before in Primeval, so yeah, I think it will be really good in the show, and I'm looking forward to seeing it.
We didn't really know how this competition was going to go, and we didn't really know what to expect, and actually what we've got is one of the best creatures we've ever had, so thanks a lot, it's fantastic.
Have you had a good day?
Yeah, it's been really good.
Yeah?
Yeah, been followed around with a camera all day, so it's been really busy, but yeah.
Do you enjoy that?
Yeah.
What's been your favourite bit of the day?
Probably seeing how much goes on behind the scenes, and all just how many stages there are in taking one tiny scene. So
sometimes when we have people on set visit, it can be quite tiring on top of the work we've got. But I must say that you've just been unbelievable.
Oh yeah.
We've been inspired by what you've done. So it's been fascinating.
You're like the buzz of the set today. I am on a bike. I'm not just really small. But lovely to meet you.
Thanks very much.
And hope you enjoy what they do with you thing, and help we do it. You know, we do you proud in the show with the acting. Hope it's realistic with the creature and stuff.
Thank you.
Put it there.
Yeah, that was. Oh, that's.
There's another one.
Yeah. Very good. Well done.
Yeah, thanks very much.